This is the Witching Hour magical podcast with your host, Ginger Quinlan. This is the Witching Hour magical podcast with your host, Ginger Quinlan.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on the Witching Hour Magical Podcast. This is our very first show, and I'm so incredibly excited about it. I can't hardly stand myself because I'm so excited. The reason I'm so excited is because I've been really quiet for a while, off and on since June 2019. I have been quiet because I had to be. I had vocal cord damage from my thyroid being way too big, and I actually lost my voice for almost a year and a half. I could kind of croak out a whisper, and that was it. And that's really hard when you talk for a living. Yeah, I talked for a living for almost 39 years, and then this happened, and I had to go very, very, very quiet. Then I discovered that doing voice therapy would heal my vocal cords. And because I love to sing, that came really easy for me. But I really did sound like a wounded animal when I was practicing my voice therapy because I couldn't talk, really could not talk, couldn't croak out anything. So now, fast forward 2022, I have recently retired from doing public readings, actually doing any readings at all. I again went very quiet because I had to. My vocal cords were still having issues, and I was doing so many readings. I was losing my voice again constantly and not feeling well from it, and realizing that my new normal without a thyroid meant that I would have issues recovering from doing big energy work. So while I'm sharing about energy work, let me share a little bit about who I am other than my thyroid issue and being quiet. I am a certified psychic medium, and I've been doing readings for the public, for friends, for whoever, pretty intensely for 39 years. I am one of 21 people in the world who has been scientifically tested and studied, gone through a rigorous triple-blind study program through Windbridge Research Center and Forever Family Foundation, both afterlife research places that study mediums. And I am so honored to be one of those 21 people who were certified as real mediums. That totally changed my life. It moved me forward. It got me out there in the world. I've been on stage, on TV, on radio, on internet radio, now doing podcasts, and I love it. I so love it. So all of that required me to boost my energy way up to do readings constantly all day. When my thyroid decided it was done and it wasn't going to work anymore, and I got it removed, that changed everything. It was like for the first time in my life, I was really quiet. I had to just be with me. I had to tell the voices from the other side, sorry, I don't have any business hours right now. I can't share your messages. I can't do the work. So, and I felt like I was letting Spirit, God, the universe down by not doing that. And it was a huge revelation to me to see that when you do healing work, you must take care of you. I really sucked at that big time. That was not my thing. I wanted to take care of everybody in the world. That was my mission. That was my drive. And when I couldn't do it, I felt like a failure. But you know what? It taught me the biggest lesson ever, that if I wasn't taking care of me, I couldn't really take care of other people. So my voice came back in 2021, and I tried doing readings a different way. I did little digital mini readings, 15-minute recorded readings that I sent out to my clients. It was short and sweet and fast, and that was working for me. But then I advertised it. And I got so incredibly busy, I couldn't keep up because my voice wouldn't hold out. So again, I had the issue of take care of me. So I got quiet. Again, I had to stop and say, what can I do different? January 2022, my voice came back even stronger because I went quiet. I did my voice therapy. I took care of me. I did a lot of healing work, did a lot of meditation, did a lot of throat chakra meditation, did some energetics. Friends helped me immensely because I have some really incredible healers around me who I trust with my life impeccably. So thank you, Todd, Maureen, Cheryl. I love you guys. And Michelle. Can't forget Michelle. All of these people sent me energy, checked on me, did energy work with me, really talked me through some of my lowest points. I don't even think they knew I was in my lowest points. And I was truly blessed for that. And in January, I felt like I was so incredibly blessed because I started doing readings over the phone. Biggest mistake I could have ever made. Because everybody wanted a reading. I'd been quiet so long. Everybody jumped on board to get their readings done. And I found myself rescheduling, canceling, not being able to do it because my voice wasn't hanging out with me. It was going away. I was croaking out words. My energy levels couldn't keep up. And I realized without a thyroid, which is like the thermostat of your system, your physical system, your energetic system, it's super hard to do readings the way I do them because I go out into the energy streams of the universe and pick up whatever spirits want to come talk to me for the people I'm reading for. I also remote view, which means I can go into people's lives and see what's going on around them. I'm also a super strong empath. So not only can I see, but I hear, feel, smell, experience what my client is experiencing. And all of that takes a tremendous amount of energy. Well, when you don't have a thyroid, you can't handle the energy. I didn't recover from doing readings. I couldn't keep up. I couldn't meet the demand. And again, I felt like a failure on every single level. And I was mad at my body and mad at me for even putting myself in the situation. But you know, that mission of helping everybody has been my life path. So to stray off of it or to stop it didn't feel normal. So I felt like I am not really doing a service to these people when I have to reschedule, when I have to cancel, when I have to tell people, I'm sorry, I don't have a voice today. I can't do your reading. So I had to have a really kind of, as they say in the South, come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, I can't do this anymore in the way I'm doing it. So I stopped. I retired. I finally just said, that's it, that's all. My body can't handle it. I can't handle the feelings I have of not being able to do it and do it with professionalism and keeping my appointments. So I stopped. Best decision I ever made, honestly, because now it's June 10th, and I stopped, I believe, I think it was the end of March, beginning of April, and I feel so much better. I'm not fighting with my body. I do miss talking to my clients. I miss talking to the other side. I miss helping people in the way that I was used to helping people. But the upside is I'm not having like hot flashes and headaches and sickness and can't talk and feeling depressed and not being able to recover from being in the energies. So that in itself balances out all the other feelings of being off my path. So that brings me to this podcast because I have been thinking about doing a podcast for like 6 months, and I was scared that my voice wouldn't hold out, that I have issues, blah, blah, blah. Well, my voice has been doing great. And more than anything, I wanted to connect to people, share what I do, share insights for all of you, because if I can't do readings, I still want to follow my path of helping people. So this is my way of helping people. And while I'm helping people, I want to really let all of you know just how much I appreciate you and how excited I am to be here today with the ability to talk and to share and to send energy out in a limited amount that I can handle for an hour and enjoy this time with you. I am so excited. So let's talk about what the Witching Hour Magical Podcast is going to be all about. Every week, I want to come to you and share with you some of the energies that are going on in the world today that nobody's talking about. In particular, how it's affecting us and what we can do to move forward with it, because there is some pretty fierce energies going on. And since everything is so incredibly censored in the world right now, it's hard for people to talk outside the box and share what truly is going on in our lives. I also want to come to you and share hints, tips, tricks that you can do to enhance your intuition, enhance your energy, enhance your manifestation techniques, enhance your magical energies, whether it's through spirituality, paganism, ceremonies, releases, attracting in energy, meditation, all of those things that I hold near and dear to my heart that I've been doing for all of these years. And I've had some amazing teachers teach me how to do some of these techniques to make my life better. I have to say, if I didn't have those techniques over the past 3 years, especially, I don't think I'd be here today talking and sharing. I think I would have gone through some major health type situations with chemo and radiation, huge radiation, and all these things to prevent throat cancer. But because I did have a lot of these techniques and I had a lot of people who shared energy with me and did healing work on me and sent prayers to me and just lifted me up at every turn, I got to where I am today. And thank you to all those people who have reached out to me to see how I'm doing and to say, I prayed for you today. I lit candles for you. I want you well. I miss you. All of that. Thank you to all of you. So this show is going to honor that energy and bring some fun, bring some enlightenment, bring some laughs, bring some positive vibes to every single episode. So let's dive in. Today's episode is all about the battle between, ready, the light and the dark. Yeah, it's not your imagination, people. You are feeling crappy for a reason. I have had more people reach out to me, message me, text me, call me, and say, I feel crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind because I am seeing spirits everywhere. I feel like I am being energetically attacked because I feel so depressed by what's going on around me, and I don't even know how to deal with it. I hear this all the time. I also hear from people, there's something in my house that's bothering me, and I don't know what it is. Or, I'm so exhausted, I can't even function. I just want to lay on the floor and die. I have heard these things over and over and over again for the last 3 months, but really heavily the last 3 weeks, which really prompted me to get on here and get this show going, because there aren't a lot of people talking about the energies that are affecting the collective consciousness. That's you, me, all our friends, family, whoever, our animals. It's affecting our animals hugely. You might have seen, like on Facebook, social media, a lot of people are losing their animals, or they're very, very, very sick. Animals are so sensitive to energies. We're sensitive, but animals are so much more sensitive. Up on all this heavy duty negative energy that is hitting all of us so intensely, and it's very insidious. You could be going along, having a really wonderful, magical morning, thinking all is right with the world. I'm doing whatever I want to do today, and it's making me smile all the way down to my core. And then you take a nap, or you sit down and you have lunch, and all of a sudden you feel like death. You feel like a truck hit you. You feel depressed. You feel sad for no reason, and you want to cry, and you do cry, but you don't know why you're crying. This is a real life story of me for the past 2 weeks, where I'm going along just fine. All of a sudden, I'm not just fine. And there is no rhyme or reason to it. There's no reason for me to feel that way. So when I looked at that and started listening to some of the wisdom teachers that are out there that are not censored heavily, I'm hearing them talk about the battle between the light and the dark. And I went, yes, 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 yes. So what happens to sensitive people who are feeling this energy? Well, let me share with you some of the symptoms of it. The main one is agitation. You may feel suddenly so agitated and you don't know why, like you're crawling out of your skin, like a panic attack. You may have those feelings and not know what it's from. You may feel like you're choking to death, that you can't get the words out, and you can't even get your brain to settle down enough to listen to what your thoughts are. And it distracts you. It distracts you from whatever it is you're doing. You may feel extremely cold, get shivers out of nowhere that just show up, and you can't get warm. You may feel like it's the end of the world and you're going to die, and there's no way for you to handle it or deal with it. And you may be trucking along, doing great, and all of a sudden this energy hits you out of nowhere. You don't even know why it's hitting you. Your sleep may be extremely disturbed. Nightmares, seeing things before you go to sleep. This has been a big one for me. I feel like the veil, the energy between the living and the dead, is so disrupted that the dead, the good ones and the bad ones, are absolutely able to access the living realm, us, and show themselves so easily lately. And because both the good spirits and the very negative spirits can get through this energy so incredibly easy, they are doing that. And they are very much making themselves known. So no, you're not crazy. You're experiencing it. Shadow people. I see shadow people all the time lately. I see things walking through my house that are big black masses of icky gooiness, and then I just feel terrible. And this does not normally occur in my world because I don't allow it. I cleanse my house constantly. Not with sage. I use Nag Champa to raise my energies up and clear out whatever negative stuff is going on. And then I keep my energy fresh with candles, and I visualize just positive coming in all the time. But the negative has been very, very, very prominent and creeping in when I least expect it. Even my husband, who is sensitive, but not as sensitive as I am, has felt these energies. We'll get up in the morning, have coffee on the weekend, and he'll say to me, I feel so weird. And I'll look at him and I go, yeah, me, times 10. And we can't hardly function. And you may be feeling that too. That is a symptom of just feeling weird with no explanation. You may be having nightmares, absolutely, because our fears are being brought up constantly. You're seeing it in the media. You're seeing it all around us with food shortages and all of the gas prices and all of the things that we as a collective have to deal with now. And everything about it is fear, 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 fear. All of it is fear. So when you have fear as the main source of energy in the collective consciousness, that's all of us being connected, it really trickles down into our souls and keeps us almost in like survival mode, but on a soul level, not just a monetary level. So you may be feeling this collective consciousness of fear overwhelming you and sneaking into your sleep time. Because when you sleep, you are the most vulnerable. You are stepping out of your living energy, kind of floating out there in the ethers, sleeping. Anything can come in. Anything can bother you. Fears will come up. Nightmares will happen. Things you dread will show themselves to you. So nighttime can just kind of be like a torture chamber for a lot of us. And if that's happening to you, I'm so giving you a hug right now because it's no fun. It's been happening to me pretty regularly with creepy fears coming up. Things that I don't normally think about coming up for sure. There's also this unique energy that is happening of very intense, dark entities, spirits, jumping us. And by that, I mean those of us that are incredibly sensitive, or those of us who suffer from depression, anxiety, mental health disorders, may be feeling this pretty intensely, where negative energies are jumping into our bodies and taking over. like you lose time. You don't know what you've been doing for the last hour. You may not know that you went outside to take your dog out, came back in, went to work, didn't shut your kitchen door, came back out to eat lunch, and your door is wide open. And you may not even know you did that. That is something jumping you so you don't pay attention to something that could potentially harm you. You may just feel like, did I do that? Did I walk into this room and make my bed and turn off all the lights and went out to do my work for the day, came back home, and don't remember doing any of it? None of it. You may also say things you don't even know why you're saying it. It's coming out of you and it's angry and it's negative and you don't know why it's happening. Or the deeper, darkest part of it is you fall into a very deep depression and you want to die and you feel overwhelmed and you can't handle what's going on and you don't know why, because that's not normally you. This is happening so intensely and big with people, all kinds of people, and most of us don't know what to do with that. They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you that in adult life. They don't teach you what to do when negative energies invade your space, invade your body. Well, this show, we're going to talk about that. Okay. The other thing that may happen is just feeling like everything is hopeless. This has been a pervasive energy since the pandemic happened, where the fear came in so strong and we all had to isolate and we all had to be in this state of, oh my God, what if I get this and I die? I don't really feel like we have all recovered from that. And the fear just keeps saturating us. And now, energetically, in the planets is a war between the light and the dark. And I'm sure you're seeing it play out in all of the world situations, right? We're seeing it, but we're also feeling it because it disrupts the collective consciousness and the other side. All the different energetic realms besides us are disrupted because of all this negative, nasty that's going on our planet right now. So I hope this makes sense to all of you and it resonates, because it is pretty invasive and it could be an eye-opener for you as to what's going on. With our children, it's hitting them with nightmares, it's hitting them with exhaustion, it's hitting them with emotional disorders. Like if your child has autism, they're probably feeling this pretty heavily and they'll act out more. If you have a child with sleep issues, they're probably not sleeping as much or they're having terrible nightmares. If you have a child that's super sensitive and is a crystal child, a light worker, and you know it, they're probably feeling pretty beside themselves and worried about everybody. They may be more clingy than usual because they want some security from you, mom, dad, to feel okay with what they're feeling, because kids don't understand that. Geez, adults are not understanding it right now, so kids seriously don't get it. They just want some comfort and some grounding from you. Our pets are feeling it so much. I have 3 dogs and 4 cats, a turtle, and 8 chickens. They're all feeling it. My dogs have been so disrupted, so kind of clingy, just like kids, clingy, want to check in with me. They don't want me to leave the room to go outside and garden or whatever. They want to be right there with me and make sure everything is okay. My cats have all been arguing with each other. They don't usually do that. The energies are just so intense right now. So what can you do about it? There are things you can do, absolutely. First, let's talk about your house. Cleanse the energy in your house. Don't do it all the time, like every single day, because you're going to clean out the good stuff with the bad stuff, especially if you're using sage, because sage clears everything. Try some Nag Champa incense in your house. You can burn a stick of that, open a window, and let the energies just move out. Nag Champa raises the vibrations as well as cleanses. So does frankincense. So does Palo Santo. All of those incenses will help keep your house nice and fresh. You can also sea salt your house. If you don't want to throw sea salt down on the floors, you can put fine granulated sea salt in a spray bottle and add some warm water, shake it up really good, go around and just sea salt. Aim for the ceiling. If you have plants or fish or birds, aim for the walls. You don't want to spray those things because it will kill them. So you can just aim for the walls, aim for the ceiling, make sure it's not dusting down around your plants, fish tanks, or birds. But sea salt clears the energy, opens it all up in your house. It makes it get rid of the energetic sludge that's going on in your home. Now, for your bedroom, if you're having sleep disturbances, sea salt is amazing. But you want to do this in the morning, not at night, because you won't sleep and you'll think about me, not in a good way. So you want to sprinkle fine granulated sea salt around your bed, counterclockwise, around it and under it, not in it. It's no good to sleep on. You want to put some in your windowsills, just a little bit. Sprinkle it like you're sprinkling on food. And then your house will be sealed in your bedroom. Things come into the bedroom a lot when we're sleeping. So sea salt is a natural barrier to keep that energy out. You want to clean it up after a week or so and do it over again. If you have a child who's having horrible nightmares, do around their bed, do their windowsills, throw some in their closet. If there's a mirror facing their bed, and for adults, this applies to you too. If there's a mirror facing the bed, cover it with a scarf. Better yet, get it out of the bedroom. You don't want it facing the bed ever. It's a portal way for spirits to come through. Those are some things to cleanse the energy of your house. You can do the same thing for yourself. Sea salt bath. Sea salt in your bath water, soak for a few minutes. Let it cleanse your energy. It'll cleanse your aura. You'll get all the icky off of you. It'll make you feel so much better. You can also do the spray bottle method with sea salt water and just spray yourself. And then rinse off in the shower if you don't have a bathtub or you don't like taking baths. You can do this for the shower. It works so well. It will clean your energy magnificently. And you will feel 100% like you again. When you are being influenced by a negative entity, like you're sitting there, you're doing fine, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're not, and you feel cold and you don't feel like you can stop, put your right hand over your heart center, the middle of your chest, close your eyes for a minute, make sure your feet are on the ground, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and say, I love me. I love me. I am grounding me. I am not accepting this energy. I am me. That will intercept that energy takeover that's happening to a lot of people right now. And you will feel so much better. You will feel like your magically awesome self once again. And if it doesn't work the way you want it to, do it again. And if you need to go outside barefoot and stand out there and do that same procedure outside, really earthing into the ground, grounding yourself, do it. You will feel so much better. I've been finding myself doing this like 2 and 3 times a day just to get through the energies, especially this last 2 weeks where it's been incredibly intense for sensitive people like me. These are some things you can do to protect your energy. You can also spray some lavender essential oil around your house. You can raise the vibrations with frankincense spray. Add some frankincense oil to a spray bottle, add a little bit of witch hazel or alcohol to it. Shake it up really good. Go around and spray. Keep it away from your plants, fine fabrics, fish tanks, and birds. You could just spray around yourself if you want to. That will help you. It will make everything clear. What can you do for your kids and your animals to keep their energies clear? Well, for kids, it's not much different than adults. They can take sea salt baths, just a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of sea salt in their bath water. It will clean their energy, clean their aura. They'll feel better. Get them outside to be in the dirt, hug a tree, garden with them. That will help ground them. If they're telling you they're having nightmares, make sure you put some sea salt around their bed and in their room, seal their room up. And when they're coming to you and being all kind of clingy and huggy more than usual, ask them, are you not feeling very good right now? What is making you feel uncomfortable? And they'll tell you, kids are so incredibly perceptive. They will share whatever they're feeling in their little souls. And man, they're feeling a lot right now. You as an adult are feeling a lot. Kids are feeling that hugely. Animals, same thing. Just give them all the love you can. Make sure they get some exercise. My animals don't want to exercise lately. They just want to sleep, and they're having bad dreams in their sleep because I hear them whimpering and whining, and they're feeling all this incredible energy. So as we go forward with this battle between the dark and the light, there are a few other things you can do to pull in some positive energy around you and your family, your pets, even at work. You can call on Archangel Michael to come in with his sword and cut away the negative energies that are with you. There's some nice invocations where you just invite Archangel Michael. I invite you, Archangel Michael, to bring your blue violet flame into my life right now. Cut away all the negativity, all the things that are weighing me down, and visually see Archangel Michael with his blue violet sword of light around you, cutting away all this garbage that you're feeling, and you'll feel it. You'll feel so much better. Oh, made my back kind of tingle when I said that. And I thank you, Archangel Michael, for the work you're doing with me, and I appreciate you, and I'm sending love to you, and thank you for watching out for me, and just really acknowledge that help. You can also sing. Singing will raise your vibration. Totally will. It'll open up your throat, which is your connection to God, Spirit, higher power. So when you sing, you are actually raising up your energy, making it lighter and brighter, and clearing out whatever negativity is surrounding you. You can also carry some crystals. Your kids can do this too. Black onyx is good to hold in your pocket, or if you're a female, put it in your bra in the center. That's what bras are for. Crystals and breasts, yeah, that's what bras are for. When I die, they're going to go, wow, this lady is carrying rocks in her bra and there's no room for nothing else. Every single metaphysical person who's listening to this is going to understand this. Every single crystal hound is going to understand this. Put rocks in your bra. Crystals that help you heal. It protects your heart chakra. It opens your other chakras. So black onyx, black tourmaline is amazing for deflecting negative energy. I wear that all the time. Black kyanite, if you're a healer and you still want that protection, but you got to do your work and feel people, black kyanite will raise your vibration, but it'll also deflect negative energies. You can also use citrine for kids. Citrine is gentler. It's a cleansing stone. You can put that in their pillowcase at night. Also, amethyst is great for that for kids. It's much gentler. And they'll like it. They'll really like it. So you just stick it under their pillow inside the pillowcase. Don't get a great big honking one because that's no fun to sleep on. Just a little one that they can have in their pillowcase to cleanse their energy at night. So there are some tips to help you get through this pretty wicked energy that we're feeling. This weekend coming up is going to be pretty intense for all of us. The moon's going to be in Scorpio, and the energies are just so dense. So be good to yourself this weekend as we head into Sunday, especially, which may be full of surprises and unexpected events and things not going quite the way you want it to. Saturday's going to start it. Sunday's going to polish it off. So just kind of not pressure yourself or be hard on yourself while we're going into these energies, and sing, hug a tree, go outside, garden, do the things that make you feel grounded and elevated this weekend, because the chances for this negative vibe to run over you and take over your happy, positive thoughts is tremendous. All right. So now you have some tools to get you going and move you forward. I hope this helps you. I just want to say I'm so excited to be doing this again and to be sharing and reaching out to all of you. I'm going to be publishing this podcast hopefully every Friday. That's my plan. And have it apply to the weekend and the following week. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like to hear about, or what you'd like me to talk about, or what you'd like to learn, please hit me up on Facebook at Ginger Quinlan, or you can go to the podcast page, the Witching Hour Magical Podcast. If you are into art, I'm inviting you to check out our weekly auction on the Witching Hour Magical Market on Facebook. I have a lot of really talented artist friends there with me selling their arts, crafts, wares. It's pretty cool. And if you're looking for custom work from me, you can go check out Witching Hour Hats and Gifts, which is my website, witchinghourhatsandgifts.com, where I make hats and bath products and upscale decoupage items and all kinds of cool things there. So I want to thank my son, James Cummings, for doing the awesome intro to this podcast. And you can check him out at James Cummings Voiceover. If you need any kind of voiceover work, go look him up. He's amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again next week for the Witching Hour Magical Podcast. Go make your day magical.